Good evening and welcome back to the Super Prime Time News Hour this evening. Talk about government formation is now picking ground, and there is talk of a super NDA with several major regional parties making a beeline to be part of some kind of a concentric ring arrangement with the BJP. Join in with the BJP to form a more stable political formation. So if AIDMK joins it, it adds up to 319. Potentially, if the poll of polls figure is anywhere close to reality. If the BJD joins in, and remember, neither of these two parties have ruled out the possibility of joining in, the super NDA formation crosses 300. And if both parties join in, then Mr. Modi can try and head a political arrangement. I'm not calling this a political alliance, a political arrangement that goes well above 330. Now, who wouldn't like that kind of an arrangement? The problem for the BJP is that there are several issues within the party, and it is to resolve these issues that you have a number of meetings that have gone on through the entire day today. I'm going to take you through the meetings which have been happening in the course of the last 24 hours, in fact the last 12 hours, but let it suffice to say that right now there is 4 centers of power nationally. One center of power is in Ahmedabad, where there's talks going on with Mr. Nitin Gadkari, Amit Shah and Arun Jaitley, all meeting. Let me take you through the meetings of the day. First, 11 a.m. this morning, Nitin Gadkari meets Rajnath Singh, right? Then Rajnath Singh meets party leaders, that's at 11:15 a.m. Amit Shah meets Arun Jaitley. Then at about 12:05, Sushma Swaraj's residence, Rajnath Singh goes to meet Sushma Swaraj. It is believed that Sushma Swaraj has been largely sulking over the last few days. All these meetings at 4:30 p.m. Rajnath Singh lands in Ahmedabad, where the discussions now begin seriously over what role to give Mr. Advani, whether Sushma Swaraj needs to be pulled out of the sulk and whether it is possible. 5:20 p.m. Rajnath Singh meets Modi. Remember, there has been talk about what role there will be for Rajnath Singh, and eventually there is the big meeting in which all the leaders sit together. The question has been, what role will there be for Rajnath Singh? Will he continue to be BJP president, or will he join the cabinet? What role will there be for Sushma Swaraj? Will she agree to work under Narendra Modi? What role there will be for LK Advani? Can there be some NAC chairman kind of role that gives him, at least in terms of political mentorship, a role at a time when he would have possibly won a Lok Sabha election? These are among the many possibilities being spoken on a day when you first have the BJP consolidating itself in Ahmedabad and talks of a super NDA outside. Clearly, if there's one party left out of all this, it is only and only the Congress party.
5:20 p.m. at the Chief Minister's residence in Gandhinagar. Top BJP leaders Rajnath, Jaitley, Gadkari and Narendra Modi letting the media squeeze in a photo op that ended a few minutes later. And the games began behind closed doors.
आज हम लोग बैठकर तय करेंगे, लेकिन इतनी बात पक्की है कि नरेंद्र भाई मोदी इस देश के प्रधानमंत्री बनने जा रहे हैं.
The big churn has begun. And the buzz is that the power triad, who played a major role in the Modi campaign, are angling for key portfolios.
The top issue on the agenda was to decide on how and in what capacity should the top leadership of the party that has been seen to be sidelined for quite some time would be accommodated. In fact, all that transpired in the several meetings that Mr. Gadkari and Mr. Rajnath Singh had in Delhi today morning before flying to Gandhinagar was communicated to Mr. Narendra Modi.
And the BJP is on an overdrive as equations with Modi begin to pay off. And some like Nitin Gadkari are on an overdrive to grab a plum post.
My role, whatever it may be, it will be decided by the party leadership, and I never ask for anything.
Rajnath Singh, who backed Modi for PM move, could continue as the party chief or land himself with a key cabinet berth.
Joshi needs to be compensated for vacating the Varanasi seat for Narendra Modi. There is also LK Advani, who is trying to stay away from the cabinet, but he could be given a larger role to play, something like a mentor. There's also this headache of Sushma Swaraj that the party needs to look for, of course, for answers.
And the party is on an overdrive to end the sulk and get everyone on board. To ensure no last-minute glitch, especially from the divided senior leadership.
राजनाथ जी और नितिन जी के मेरी मुलाकात के बारे में जो कयास लगाए जा रहे हैं वो बिल्कुल गलत हैं। नितिन जी और राजनाथ जी मुझसे मिलने आए थे, ये केवल शिष्टाचार भेंट थी।
While MM Joshi may be compensated for vacating Varanasi, the big buzz indicates LK Advani may not be a part of his next government. But the first test for Modi's leadership ability will be a balancing act, which could shape the dynamics at 11 Ashoka Road for years to come. Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the second News Hour debate on Times Now Super Prime Time.
Well, can a disorganized and at this point of time demotivated Congress party really raise questions about the lack of cohesion in the Bharatiya Janata Party? We are in for a straightforward debate today. Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party and Rita Brata Banerjee, MP of the CPIM, are on the debate, and Ragini Nayak of the Congress Party is taking on Vani Tripathi Tikku. I first want to ask you, Ragini, what do you make of? I mean, what right does the Congress Party, let me put it this way, which is disorganized, demotivated, set to plummet to its lowest ever performance under a highly demotivated leadership, what right does that party have to raise questions about the BJP being or not being a cohesive group?
Speculations and presumptions. Let me begin, Arnab, by saying tonight that old habits die hard. And it seems it's not just the BJP, but you yourself are being immaturely habitual of premature celebration in favor of the BJP. We have seen that in 2004, 2009, and when we are on the verge of, almost on the verge of the counting day, let me just remind you that history repeats. And a friendly advice to the spokesperson of the BJP that you shouldn't be counting your chickens before they hatch. But now coming on to the more serious question that you are asking tonight, which pertains to the End SALT campaign of the BJP, let me put a few questions which I would like my BJP counterpart to respond to. Who actually lies at the root cause of this problem? Who is the person who led a highly individualistic, narcissistic, self-centric campaign, election campaign, in which voices of concern from within the BJP were not just silenced but crushed? Who was the leader that marginalized the senior-most leaders of the BJP? And the answer, I'm sure, is but obvious. And I would also like to ask a very important question to the BJP spokesperson. If Mr. Narendra Modi handled and tackled the senior-most leaders of his very own party in such a disrespectful, demeaning and humiliating way, what is he going to do with the allies? And is this the question which is looming large in front of them? Is this what is actually being a roadblock in the path towards the parliament? I would like these questions to be answered tonight, Arnab.
Well, I mean, you know, who's at the root cause, whose campaign was individualistic? You're not naming people who marginalized Advani. Well, that's their problem. I can respect. Let's get Vani to respond to that. The question was, what right do you have as a demotivated party to question the cohesion of the BJP? But in any case, you put three questions. Vani, do respond.
Excuse me.
No,
How do
Vani,
you know that the
respond.
Congress party is demotivated? Just a moment,
Aren't
Arnab.
you
Just a moment. Since you asked the
Everyone
question,
says you're falling before 100
Let me
seats.
respond. No,
you
we are
could
not.
end up with fewer seats in the Lok Sabha than you have in the Rajya Sabha. You're still thrilled with the situation.
I reject your speculations. Let me jog your memory, Mr. Arnab Goswami, and take you back to 1977, which was the year of the worst performance of the Congress, when we got 114. No, don't laugh it off.
Which year?
The entire opposition at that point in time.
Which year?
The entire opposition at that point in time
One second,
was
okay,
crying its throat hoarse. Crying its throat hoarse, saying that the Congress has been decimated.
You know something?
And I think you are
now we'll get Vani to respond to you. No, we'll get Vani to respond to you.
But don't
just to remind you,
rose back like
Miss
the
Nayak.
phoenix from the ashes.
Miss Nayak.
From the ashes, we came back with a bang within a time span of 2 years.
Ragini Nayak, I just want to say this to you that in
2019 we'll discuss when you rise from the ashes. Right now you're in it.
No, in 1977, you, as far as I know, were routed, where from 350 plus in 71, you fell to 150 odd in 1977. If that's the figure you want to latch on to today, sure, please do, but it's time for the BJP representative to respond.
Arnab,
The developing story this evening, Vani Tripathi is responding.
Don't twist the argument.
Chiku has the right to respond, please.
Do not
Let the others in. Vani.
Do not twist the argument. Do not twist the argument.
Vani's turn to respond.
Please hear me out
Vani's
for a second.
turn to respond to
Please hear me
you.
out for a
Now, please
second.
listen. It's her turn to respond.
This is not fair. You are putting
Miss
words in
Nayak,
my mouth.
you can't take all the time. Our panelists haven't spoken. Miss Nayak, please.
You're trying to project
Miss Nayak,
something
please.
which I
It's all
haven't
right that you're
said.
aggressive, but Miss
You can
Nayak,
laugh it off.
Vani is responding to you now.
You have been doing that for a very long time. You've been
Fine, Miss
laughing it off, but
Nayak.
let's
Miss
see who
Nayak,
has
now
the
please
last laugh.
let Vani respond. Thank you.
Let's see who has the last laugh.
Arnab, I love this sacrilegious advice that the Congress party is giving to us, but it doesn't matter. A party which is frustrated and is in a sense of denial with its own self is bound to say these things, so it doesn't matter at all to us what they say today. And thank God it's still Arnab Goswami's debate and not a debate where, history and tainted history of a party gets twisted around and becomes a historical fact. As far as the situation in the BJP is concerned, before I respond to that, the question that you asked is very, very important and tantamount to the political discourse of this election. The political discourse of the election, the way it played out was that on one hand was a party, a cadre-based party with a prime ministerial candidate that it chose, which ran a campaign which was pure development and governance. On another hand, you had another party which is a family incorporate and also with all the history of the scams that he's had in 1 decade or so, was just doing nothing but hitting out the prime ministerial candidate of the BJP. So this, of course, political discourse has played out, and as I said on your show day before yesterday, however ecstatic we may be or we should be on the exit polls, the real polls will be out within 24 hours and
Anand
we will
Sharma
know.
says,
but yes, the question is that a frustrated, demoralized Congress party has no other...
Anand Sharma said the Sushma Swaraj is a shape of things to come. Anand Sharma says the Sushma Swaraj is a shape of things to come.
Probably Mr. Anand Sharma. I mean, why are we cross-talking? Why are we cross-talking?
Why are we cross-talking? Is a big question that needs to be answered.
Arnab, wasn't I still responding to what you asked me? Is this how debates are done? I mean, come on. For God's sake, it's the same sense of denial which also makes you uncourageous to listen to, voices which may not match yours. But anyway, Mr. Anand Sharma is Nostradamus. He probably knows more about the BJP than he knows about his own party. And also Sushma ji, as we saw on your packet data, has come out in the open and said all the chaos, the speculation. Come on, we are 24 hours before an election. There are bound to be senior leaders getting together to discuss the scenario further. I mean, the parties which are not doing it is the Congress party, because obviously they've bid farewell to the government and to the Prime Minister yesterday. So obviously they have nothing else they're left with nothing else but to sort of badger the others who are working hard to form the government and who are forming a government with a majority. So having said that, any Congress leader who says anything, let's start from a little reverse model of what happened in the political discourse of this election, whether it was Jairam Ramesh, whether it was Mr. Chidambaram, who was so tentative about what is going to happen to the Congress party, what performance is going to happen to the Congress. I mean, we've seen what has happened, and that discourse lays absolutely bare naked in front of the country.
No, Gaurav Bhatia and Rita Brata.
Give me some time to respond.
Ragini, I must get to the others. Let me be fair to the other parties.
I would also like to come in and...
Yes, Gaurav, my question to you is whether Sushma Swaraj joins or doesn't join. whether Rajnath remains president or becomes a cabinet minister, or whether Mr. L.K. Advani is in the cabinet, is prime minister, is deputy prime minister, is nobody, or for that matter gets some kind of a mentorship role. Is that an issue? Do you think the Congress party here is clutching at straws really? It needs to move on rather than clutch at these straws.
Arnab, I think every party has the independence to do whatever best they think is for the party, and so the BJP is also welcome to have these meetings and consultation. We have no objection to that, but definitely we have an objection to things like what happened today again when Mr. Giriraj Singh again made a very controversial remark today, and things like these are definitely troublesome. He's following the footsteps of Mr. Amit Shah, and the BJP it's good to be confident, but it's bad to be overconfident.
Giriraj Singh have in a government?
I said it yesterday also on your
what
program.
role does Giriraj Singh have in a government? Who is Giriraj Singh in a government? Let's move on to talking about the government. Who is Giriraj Singh in a government?
Giriraj Singh is a party leader of the BJP, and the BJP is not speaking on such controversial remarks.
These issues were relevant when the campaign is on. Why don't you move on?
Which is worrisome.
Why don't you move on? These issues were relevant when the campaign is on.
Arnab, please. Why should the BJP behave in a manner that the results are already out? We are only discussing the exit polls. And maybe they would not even get the numbers that they're hoping for. So I think all parties at this stage are equally poised. We are also hopeful. They are also hopeful.
No, the question is...
It's not that the BJP has been declared the winner. But I don't know. This entire projection seems to be like that.
No, this debate is, by the way, Ritrabhadra, before I come to you, let's open this up. This whole question of the BJP churn, right? Is the BJP churn not anybody's business? What the BJP is saying today is, we'll take our time to set our house in order. It's none of your business. What BJP leaders are saying, we'll confabulate among ourselves. Sunil Alagh wants to come in before Vinod Mehta. Yes,
yeah, but I'm just saying, look, Mr. Modi, as far as, I don't know how he will think it out. I think Mr. Advani will probably want to be president after Pranab's term comes to an end. He'll play a mentor's role and he'll become the president of India.
That's a long time away.
Yeah, no, a long time, what, 3 years or 4 years away, no? Well, BJP
so what does Mr. Advani
still
for 3 or 4
1
years?
second, so I'm not saying what, he could play the mentor's role. He's not going to be a deputy prime minister to Mr. Modi. Yeah. He cannot be working under Mr. Modi. Everyone knows that. So he's either going to be a mentor and waits his turn to become president. I can't imagine him working under Mr. Modi. I mean, he's not like Manmohan Singh, who said, I'll work under Rahul Gandhi after being prime minister in any role that he wants. Yeah, he's not going to make that kind of statement. No, as far as, one second, the other thing is, if Sushma Swaraj and all our senior leaders, they will find something for
Sunil Alagh,
What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that?
The center of gravity of the BJP has shifted in a huge way. And it is to be expected that there will be adjustment problems. Yeah. Now that they are coming into power, there will be aspirations. Mr. Modi has almost suddenly, 6 months, 8 months, has come in, leapt into the lead of this party, has probably led a superb campaign to now probably going to become prime minister in a few days. He will have to set his own team and people will have to move out. People will move in. New people will move in.
Who will move out? Who will move in?
Those who don't fall in line.
Advani will not be part of his team.
Vinod Mehta.
That's to be expected.
Vinod Mehta.
The Congress spokesperson is a very robust, nice kind of person. But what on earth is she talking about?
Who? Ragini?
Ragini, what on earth is she? I mean, the Congress has enough problems. The Congress has just tasted the biggest defeat of its life. It should be introspecting. It should be thinking about its own house. I mean, Congress has enough problems within their own family.
Yeah.
What are they going on after the BJP, who's won 292 seats or winning 311 seats?
Yeah, but Vinod.
So Ragini, what is...
He's asking Ragini Naik a question.
I'm asking Ragini.
Okay, 1 second. Let him ask Ragini Naik a question.
I'm asking Ragini, who's a very nice person. But I'm asking her, why is she talking about the BJP and the BJP's problems when her house is full of scams and snakes and all kinds of problems?
Well, Ragini, you can take that.
The biggest problem is leadership of the Congress party. What happens there?
At the moment.
Precisely.
She doesn't have a house at the moment.
You know, Ragini, that question goes to you from Vinod Mehta, and I'd like
Friend of the Congress.
You're a friend of the Congress.
Yeah.
Okay. Dilip Padgavkar.
I don't mind saying that.
I know.
Look, the most.
Only one
No,
left.
just a minute, please.
Dilip Padgavkar.
The most graceful thing that the Congress can do is for the Congress president and the Congress vice president to say, the buck stops with us. We take the full responsibility of what has happened, and we will introspect on that basis.
Well, the Congress vice president.
I know.
No, let him go. Let him go.
I'm saying that will not happen because already moves are afoot to say we take collective responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Not at all. It's the person who's responsible for the debacle is Dr. Manohar Singh.
Yes.
And if you look at the Congress website, which has 1 hour long videos of Rahul Gandhi, has a 50-second send-off to Prime Minister and his achievements over the last 10 years. 50 seconds.
If your scroll is right, the Vice President of the Congress party has decided to absent himself from the farewell dinner to the Prime Minister, who has been Prime Minister for 10 years.
She should worry about her own party. It's collapsing.
I think the more...
What more can I...
I think the more pertinent question to ask is that instead of beginning a debate on whether LK Advani, Ragini, don't mind it, whether LK Advani will get a role, what role, why did you sideline Advani? I mean, where is your soft corner for Advani suddenly emerging from? You should be asking a more legitimate question that has our Vice President proved to be thoroughly unable to get the confidence of the people of this country. Let's have a debate on that, Ragini. Has the Congress President, is it time for the Congress President to sack the Congress Vice President? Why don't you have a debate on that, Ragini? Instead of quibbling over why Sushma Swaraj is going into a sulk.
Arnav, I know you would want to outlive God to have the last word, but I must tell you that patience would not cut down on your ears, so be a bit patient and hear me out. The first thing that has been, I really appreciate the fact that Mr. Vinod Mehta is saying that he is a friend of the Congress, and I do believe he is. But I am also going to emphasize upon the fact that I've got every right to ask questions to the BJP.
No, but what question?
In this entire debate, I have never...
Even the left is laughing.
Again, you are butting in. Let me complete.
I'm not butting in. I'm steering the discussion in the right track.
The thing is...
And trust me. Trust me.
You want me to ask questions.
BJP must pick its own team.
No, you want me to ask questions what you think are correct and accurate. You always think that
one second.
the debate is the right direction.
One second, let's get the left in.
I want to say something, please. No. There are certain questions.
Just a minute.
There are certain points I want to raise here.
One second.
Points I want to raise here.
1 minute. I want Rita Brata to come in.
The Congress party, you see, no. You'll have to listen to me, Anna. I know in politics, garlands and brickbats come together. Garlands and brickbats come together. The Congress party has never shied away from any responsibility. The grand old party of this country has fought.
1 second, Ragini. Okay, you made your point here. The election season is over. Ragini, the question is very simple. Let's move on, please. What's the more relevant question? Let Rita Brata take a position on this. Rita Brata, what's your advice here? Is the whole question of the internal differences within the BJP, if they do exist, a relevant question at a point of time like this, when we should legitimately be talking about government formation and the possible collapse of the Congress party? Rita Brata.
See, these are internal matters of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Leaders of Bharatiya Janata Party going to different places to meet each other, that is completely a matter of the BJP. But to me, as earlier you were pointing out, the election campaign is over, the exit poll results are out, 16th of May the original results will come in. The comment that Giriraj made today is a very relevant thing. You cannot just say that this is a completely irrelevant thing. A person associated with the BJP had categorically once again said that terrorists belong to a particular community. I am not interested with internal matters of the BJP, but it is a duty of the BJP leaders. BJP leaders, they have met each other. BJP leaders must have come out with a statement against this Giriraj. Because Giriraj, this is not only the first time. This is actually a question of a mindset. When these comments are made, when these questions are coming, because the corporate media had portrayed Mr. Modi to be the next Prime Minister of India. So the 2002 genocide is there. You cannot just wash away the 2002 genocide. If the exit polls, if we believe that the exit polls are accurate, on 16th of May, Mr. Modi will get the mandate of India to be the next Prime Minister, then this question, BJP leaders may go anywhere, they can meet anybody, but this comment of Giriraj is a very relevant thing. This has to be condemned. In a country like ours, he is going on commenting the Pakistan thing is there. Again today he is commenting that these all terrorists belong to one community. These are the real agendas. This needs to be addressed. Actually in BJP what has happened, Modi has become bigger than BJP.
He's a party.
One second.
There is a legitimate.
He's a party candidate from Nevada.
I think that we need to
he was a minister in the Bihar government.
No, so far, what has Vani's response been?
What is the stand of the BJP leadership? That everybody wants to know. When Mr. Giriraj Singh makes a comment so venomous again,
Mr. Modi said what Giriraj has said is wrong.
What is the response of the BJP leadership? Which they have been
ignore everything that Mr. Modi says.
It is
one second, don't speak over him.
Do not inspire confidence. And second, even one more aspect troubles us, and that I think is a legitimate concern of all, that are we seeing power-hungry BJP leaders who would compromise on formation of government? It shouldn't be like this. That at least is a legitimate concern which every party would have.
Well, I think, okay, since three people have raised that, I will give one opportunity to respond. Mr. Modi told me when I interviewed him, these comments have stopped. No, 1 second. These comments have stopped, and they would not have stopped had I not put my foot down. The fact is, they have not stopped, and that makes the issue fairly legitimate. There's our chief political correspondent, Nandita Suneja. She's standing outside 7 Racecourse Road, where we have the farewell dinner for Mr. Manmohan Singh being. Which is being held. We go to some full-frame pictures from there. Let's get the pictures in. These are all the top UPA leaders and all the ministers and all the members of the UPA now driving in and outside Prime Minister's residence. And those are pictures of Sonia Gandhi and the Prime Minister, bouquet being presented out there and a memento being presented. Standing there behind him is RPN Singh. Standing there left to his wife is his left to his left is his wife Gursharan. Right, we have Praneeth Kaur standing there. Let's go put full frame to those pictures there. Just want to describe this moment. And for Manmohan Singh, farewell dinner, Shashi Tharoor behind him. And we have, this is, a send-off for Manmohan Singh. But as we stay with those pictures, let me add here on the Congress Party website, there is only a 50-second video, I am told, a farewell goodbye video to Manmohan Singh. There is a belief that within sections of the Congress Party, there's a blame Manmohan process which is going on, which means insulate Rahul Gandhi. There is also some serious chatter going on now about whether there's Kamal Nath, Parliamentary Affairs Minister, fighting from Chhindwara. Some people say Kamal Nath will be one of the very few remaining Lok Sabha MPs in the next government. So this is a moment Manmohan Singh looks as always, fairly expressionless. Nandita Suneja, where's Rahul Gandhi? Is it true Rahul Gandhi is not there? Is Rahul Gandhi there at this farewell dinner? Is the Congress Vice President there? Nandita?
No, he's not Arnab. He's not Arnab. He skipped the dinner.
Skipped the dinner? Why?
Well, there's a buzz here that he's abroad, but I wouldn't want to stick my neck out
abroad
because I don't have a confirmation from his office. But the big news is that he skipped the Prime Minister's farewell dinner.
One second, well, let's hear her, please. 1 second. Yeah, please, Nandita, please continue. By the way, the cars outside. Is the dinner over? Are people coming in, going out? Do you still see Rahul Gandhi coming in, going out, or was he not visible there at all?
No, Arnav, he's not attended the dinner. This is happening at Sonia Gandhi's residence at 10 Janpat. It started about an hour ago. There was that memento ceremony that went on inside. It's ending now, and the shots that you see on the screen are of leaders who are clearly well fed and they're leaving now. But like I said, we got this news from some people who were attending inside that Rahul is not there. So we waited for a while to get a confirmation that perhaps he might be late, because it would be big news if he decides to completely skip the farewell dinner of the Prime Minister, but that's exactly what he's done. We don't have any confirmation from his office on what the reasons are, whether he's travelling, whether he's abroad, but the fact that he's decided not to come for the Prime Minister's farewell dinner is big news in itself. Perhaps
do you have official confirmation of this? Have you asked your Congress Party sources to confirm whether Rahul Gandhi skipped the dinner? Have you confirmed this officially with the Congress?
Saying that he was not there. So we've spoken to several guests coming out, and all of them are saying that he was not there. So yes, the confirmation is there, but like I'm saying, the confirmation on whether he's abroad, which is the buzz here, that is not there. We don't have word from his office why he didn't come here, but the fact that he was not there is confirmed.
Well, what, isn't this? Is this? I mean, I just want to let. Rahul Gandhi's absence of the debate.
Actions like this that have raised a question mark about Rahul Gandhi's capacity to be a leader of the Congress party.
Makes a lot of sense.
He has been doing this. He has been doing this consistently over the last 5 years.
What?
That he's there sometimes and he's not there at crucial times. He runs away.
Why would he come to this dinner now when he would be asked all kinds of questions from reporters? What is the one question they will ask Rahul?
No, just a minute. Let's one at a time.
Ask Rahul.
No, one at a time. This is if it is true that Rahul Gandhi has skipped the Prime Minister's farewell dinner, this could build up into a big question. The question is, where is Rahul Gandhi?
Absolutely.
And I think people have a right to ask the question.
Asked this question again and again.
You have just led an incumbent government's campaign. The results are going to be out
day after tomorrow.
Here you are seeing of a Prime Minister who's led you for the last 10 years. And the leader of the party, the face of this campaign for the from absence himself. We don't know where he is.
Well,
I mean, if you don't know where the UP Congress lead vice president is, how is the country to vote him?
Oh yes, it's
how is the country to vote him?
One sec, one minute. I think I'd like to put that question here to the Congress party spokesperson. With respect, I think
she won't know
Ragini Nayak, the more irrelevant question. The more relevant question than your growing concern for what is going to happen to Sushma Swaraj and LK Advani is a question of where your party's campaign chief, your party's vice president, your party's unofficial prime ministerial face is. I mean, the Prime Minister of India's farewell dinner, and he is missing. Is that not a more important question? If you want to ask questions, let's ask that question as well.
Arnab, you organized this debate. You zero down on a topic. You ask me initial questions, and when I respond to the questions being asked by you, you in turn rebut, you try to steer the debate, and then you tell me that I am not raising the right questions. How am I supposed to debate? Am I going to learn that from you? Would I be speaking only those words which would be authenticated by you? That is not the case. Please do not expect me to say that.
I don't understand.
In the absence of the
can I just tell you, Ragini? Ragini, see, first of all, this is a breaking news story. Okay, this is not pre-planned. It's a breaking news story. You heard our reporter out there.
I think.
Do you feel it's a wrong question to ask? That why is the Congress Vice President not at this dinner?
It's a breaking story. Since it is a breaking story, I don't know the details. I don't even know if what your reporter has said is true or not. How do you expect me to comment on this? What can I say? I don't know. I'm sitting on this channel. The news has been just broken by Nandini.
But since you look at issues, well, let's get Rita Brata in. He's a young member of Parliament of the CPIM. He is in Parliament. He also represents the young brigade. Is this, some of our panelists are saying this is exactly the reason why questions are asked about the involvement of Rahul Gandhi in politics. Rita Brata.
No, I basically think
after
this is a question
Rita
of
Bratavani.
You asked a couple of questions.
I don't.
Okay.
Yes, Rita Brata first and then Vani.
I basically think that this is a question of courtesy because as Dr. Manmohan Singh, who has been the Prime Minister of the country for 10 years, his farewell dinner must have been attended. I feel, this is my personal opinion, that I feel that presence of Rahul Gandhi was a necessity. The question of courtesy comes in. I don't want to go into the details, as I don't want to go into the internal matters of the BJP. I also don't want to go into the details of the Congress party too. But there is a question that the presence of, I don't know what preoccupations he have or not, but the presence would have been a better thing. Because as Dr. Manmohan Singh is going away, his farewell dinner, every other people are there, and as the corporate media has categorically said that this election is basically a fight between two persons, Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi, so he would have been there. I feel personally it would have been better. All these questions would have not been raised.
Question of courtesy.
Watch. I have to just reply one point. because Rita Prata has used the word corporate media 3 times. Therefore, I presume, Rita Prata, that you feel that People's Democracy is the only non-corporate media, and I'm only responding to you there because some of us here are journalists, and therefore I presume that if you become the editor of People's Democracy, you won't be part of the corporate media. Well, that's your interpretation, not mine. Okay, Vani wanted to respond to the question of whether it's an important question or not. It's a developing news story. It's a breaking news story. People are talking about it. People are surprised. And there is a confirmation of the fact Rahul Gandhi is not there at the farewell dinner. And where is Rahul Gandhi? I mean, till 2 days back, Rahul Gandhi was doing 4 rallies. Where is Rahul Gandhi? Why is he not at the dinner? It's... Yes, Vani.
Arnab, for all the sacrilegious advice that we've been getting, from the Congress party, which is so concerned about speculative, non-existent issues in the BJP, let me go on record and say there is no problem in the BJP. We are getting a clear mandate from the country and we are forming the government, period. Now, as far as Mr. Rahul Gandhi attending the Prime Minister's dinner, of course, as much as I don't want to comment on that, but I must say one thing that we've debated throughout the year about Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which is whether he is the insider or whether he is the outsider in the Congress party. And each time you saw there was a moment of taking responsibility, including the fact that the Congress went into this election without actually declaring who their prime ministerial candidate was. Of course, as Mr. Ritabrata said, it's not just courtesy. It is also a great farewell that you do to your own leader, which I suppose was Dr. Manmohan Singh, though he was chosen right at the last moment in 2004 to be the Prime Minister. It would have been not just great courtesy, it would have been also a great image for the country to see that somebody who's seen as whatever, the leader of the Congress party, at least it gives that much of attention to the Prime Minister who's the outgoing Prime Minister.
It is fairly stunning, I mean, that Rahul Gandhi has skipped the Prime Minister's farewell dinner. There should be a serious reason for it.
Where he is.
Just a minute. Is he not well? Is there some other reason? I mean, I don't know. But the question is, we have a confirmation of Kamal Nath coming in. Breaking news. This is Kamal Nath coming out from the UPA dinner. I'm cutting live to the breaking news story of the moment. Rahul Gandhi has skipped the Prime Minister's farewell dinner.
Why? He wasn't there. I don't know.
He wasn't there. He wasn't there.
अभी भी आप लोग लाल बत्ती लगा के ऐसे ही घूम रहे हो जैसे कि क्यों नहीं? Please.
Sir, if you can come out. So the body language of many leaders is not seeming to be very optimistic.
Why not? I talked to so many of them here.
Let him. Don't do.
Still there. What exactly was the first part, Nandita? You spoke to all the leaders there, I presume. I can see all the reporters going to all the ministers as they were driving out. What were they telling you, Nandita, if you're still there? Nandita? Nandita, are you there? No, sir, Nandita is not there. Yes. Ragini wanted to respond, but before that, Navika.
Arnab, the fact is that this is the same Rahul Gandhi who tore up the ordinance of the Prime Minister. That was the first humiliation. And today the full circle has been completed. This is nothing but humiliation of the Prime Minister if Rahul Gandhi is not present at the farewell dinner. He's done the same with the senior alliance partners. He's not called on the DMK chief Karunanidhi when he visited Tamil Nadu. When DMK was part of the coalition, he's not called on Sharad Pawar. It's something that that party...
All MLAs and MPs, almost all the senior leaders of the BJP were there.
Not done this to
dinner.
The seniors in the party.
Far too conspicuous.
Absolutely. And
Sonia came, and I'm told that Sonia came outside Ten Janpat to personally receive the Prime Minister when he was coming in.
She should have. And she has always Sonia Gandhi has been that. She has always maintained those courtesies, shown the Prime Minister that respect. But Arnab, honestly, this is an indication of the seriousness of the leadership crisis in the Congress party.
Do you think so?
Honestly, I mean, at least the BJP is trying to set itself.
The media.
Where was the media?
There were so many journalists. If Rahul had come, they would have pounced on him.
No, pounced on him for what?
Asked him, what about the results?
I don't buy this at all.
No, Sankarshan, one at a time.
I don't buy this at all. He could have come from backside, attended the dinner gone.
That's worst story.
No, it is not. It is not. It is not.
That's the worst story that he had to
All
go
he could
through the
have
back
done
door.
in his security.
I want to make a point.
Sankarshan, one at a time. We'll all speak.
Of course, this is an issue of courtesy. Of course, this is an issue of, as Navika said, of what has been done to the Prime Minister by him twice. But it is this opens a much more serious question of how the Congress party is going to be led. How is it going to be able to fight? If the leader, we don't know where he is. There's a buzz that he might be abroad.
No, there's no confirmation of that either, to be fair.
But there have been several occasions when the nation doesn't know where Rahul Gandhi is.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
It's relevant or not.
How can the ruling party or now the main opposition party be led by a person like that?
We're going to go back to Nandita in a bit. Nandita, this story is really building up, isn't it? I saw you speak to all the Congress leaders out there. We have a couple of bites. In fact, most of them are avoiding the question of where Rahul Gandhi was. There's nothing official about it. Salman Khurshid, I think, yes, the tape. Let's play the tape. These are the leaders coming out.
Sir, Rahul Gandhi not present today? No idea. A lot of people were there. A lot of people couldn't make it. So did the Prime Minister speak today, sir? Any particular message being given to the Prime Minister?
There were no speeches. There was just some gifts on behalf of all of us. We signed and thanked him for leading us these 10 years.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
All right, we're getting some more reaction to the story. Yes, please, Meghna this side.
Maybe the beginning of the Congress saying it's all Manmohan Singh's fault.
Yeah. You think
and Rahul Gandhi can stand up and say, nothing to do with us, we lost because Manmohan Singh
I don't think so. No. I have great respect for you. I disagree completely. The story tomorrow will not be the snub to Manmohan Singh, but the absence of Rahul Gandhi.
That is actually, those are the pictures of Sonia Gandhi coming out. Those are the pictures of Sonia Gandhi coming out to receive the Prime Minister. And that was the courtesy that she showed. Now, I don't know what's going on. Nandita, Suneja, Ragini, I know you're raising your hand. I appreciate the fact that you were not prepared for this particular subject, but this is the breaking news story right now. You have a right to rebut. People have a right to ask the questions. Nandita, can you hear me? Nandita? Have you heard anything? I can hear you. Heard anything from the official Congress party sources on this development?
Well, I've been calling Ajay Makan for a while, but he's decided not even leave from this main gate. He's taken his car through the other gate. So I have a feeling that these people have also been caught off guard. But it's confirmed that he was not there. We're not sticking our neck out on where he is right now, but he did skip the Prime Minister's dinner. And if that's not a political statement, then really what is? I mean, what could be much more pressing than this right now? Having said that, I have heard the discussions that are going on at the panel, in the studio. Arnav, I'd just like to say that there was no journalist inside that dinner. Nobody was invited. It was just the Council of Ministers and the CWC members. So to say that Rahul was trying to avoid the media falls completely flat. So just to clarify that point.
That's for you, Vinod Mehta. No, it falls flat. She says because
waiting outside. What are these?
They would have taken it, but they were not.
What are you talking? Story tomorrow morning that Rahul Gandhi took the back route, went like.
Is it better than this story?
I mean, that's a terrible story. That's a terrible story.
There are many ways of avoiding the media. He could have just driven past. No, I think.
One at a time, please.
The media.
One at a time. That's all I'm saying. One at a time.
The media would have found him. If Rahul had been there, the entire media would have made a beeline for him.
So what? We should treat him with kid gloves? He is the leader of the Congress party.
I'm not saying why.
He has to answer questions.
From his point of
when
view,
questions are asked. I mean, come on, if you keep running from the media.
But the results are not yet out. If he's avoiding the media before the results are out, is he going to do something else after
because the results are out?
I mean, that's not the way the avoiding strategy is going to.
No, but Vinod, someday Rahul will have to face the media and answer the questions. So what do we not do?
One minute. What if I'm just saying? What if the Congress party comes out and says, "What's the big deal if he's not there?"
Well, I'll tell you what the big deal is.
Yeah,
that will be disastrous.
This is the most pathetic and sad Last Supper that I've witnessed for a long time. You should have had the grace. If you couldn't come, if you were indisposed, someone in the party
made a statement.
They made a statement.
Put out a statement.
They put out a statement because everyone knew that this would be the breaking story. A spokesperson could have come and said, Mr. Gandhi is unwell.
Yeah.
He regrets the fact he sent his good wishes, etc. This, mind you, is taking place in his mother's home. It's not somewhere else. I think this is lacking in grace. If politically, I don't know, it's going to be damaging.
Yes, Ragini wants to respond.
Really
I think we should let her. Ragini, yes.
Arnab, I find it really strange that when I raised questions on Mr. Narendra Modi being discourteous to the senior most leadership of his own party, you found those questions to be irrelevant. Now you're raising similar questions on Mr. Rahul Gandhi without even knowing whether this news is authentic or not, without even knowing the reason.
It was confirmed he was not there.
If that's the case,
and said
without even knowing the reasons, if that was the case. On top of that, the party president, the UPA chairperson, has received Manohar Singh. She is standing there all the time.
Singh be happy and thankful for that?
Are you actually putting a question as to which all general secretaries of the party are president? Are you typically
talking about the Congress vice
without
president?
Even knowing the reasons behind his absence? If that is the case,
Arnab,
what are you trying to do here?
The question.
And my asking
nobody's trying to do anything. Please hear it from us.
Asking questions on Narendra Modi is important because it has ramifications on the formation of the super NDA that you are projecting. That is why the question was relevant. But you never let me complete my point. If you look at the larger political picture, what are you seeing?
Let me assure you that if there was a top BJP leader being given a farewell, let me tell you, if a top BJP leader was being given, Ragini, look at it from the other side. I've heard you now, and trust me, you must listen to me now because I have heard you for long enough, Ragini. Now I'll tell you this, that if there had been a top, since you are so concerned about the internal confabulations of the BJP, which you have a right to be, though it is a bit questionable, the question, now hear me, I told you, I heard you enough, now you hear me.
I have every right in the
you must hear me, don't look aggrieved because I'm asking you the questions. The question is, if the top BJP leader, a very top BJP leader, one of the senior most BJP leaders was being given a farewell and Narendra Modi were to skip that farewell, let me assure you that you, Ragini Nayak, would be right there on top saying, look here, there is internal dissent within the BJP. Today, when those questions are being asked, you're not answering, and we are now being told that Ajay Maken may be preparing a statement on this subject.
Arnab Goswami, you are ducking the question. You are circumventing.
Now, what are we being told? Navika, one second, Nandita has some information on this. 1 second, I'm going to Nandita, please. Nandita, I'm told a statement is coming out now.
Let me tell you, yes. I think I can say this, on record that I did speak to Ajay Maken just a little while ago, and let me say that many in the Congress say that this was unexpected. They didn't expect him to skip this dinner. We are also being told that it wouldn't be right to say that he's abroad. Of course, nobody ever says where Rahul is, so no confirmation on where he is, but wrong to say that he's abroad. It was unexpected for him to be missing this, and he's coordinating with Rahul's office, and there will be a formal statement issued soon.
Unexpected. Okay, so the fact is, 1 second. Unexpected. So the fact is that nobody knows where Rahul Gandhi is right now, and he was expected to be there, but he didn't turn up. Dilip Padgaonkar has been trying to get a word into
story for the last 5 years?
It's a fair
the date of this farewell was well known in advance.
Correct.
It is not as if it's an impromptu dinner that's been organized. If Mr. Rahul Gandhi, for whatever reason, wasn't able to attend, they could have made that statement earlier.
Before this became
an official thing. I think it is truly lacking in grace. And I think politically, it can be very, very odd.
He's scared.
There's another. I think
he's scared to be there. He's scared to be there.
He's in Ahmedabad.
He's in Ahmedabad negotiating an alliance.
Arnab, I think it shows up another, big fault line in the Congress party, that Rahul Gandhi does not communicate with his party at all. I mean, if he's going to be missing, he doesn't tell them. If he's going to be present, he doesn't tell them. If he's going to tour somewhere, he doesn't tell anybody. This has been the problem with...
to guess.
Yes, he's always left
didn't he land up at Ajay Maken's press conference? Unexpectedly. When he tore up that piece of paper.
All the time. And this has been the problem with Rahul Gandhi.
When he finished the disastrous UP campaign, Arnab, I remember tens of Rahul Gandhi speeches saying, "Hum jeete ya haare, main बार बार यूपी में ही आऊंगा, लौट के आऊंगा, यही रहूंगा. He never went back to UP for a single day.
Let's go to the panel one last time.
We didn't know for a long
couple of minutes left. I'd like to see the panel on the screen. 1 minute. To our political guests. To our political guests. Today, this story developing bigger than people had thought, and everyone talking about where Rahul Gandhi is. The story first broken by Times Now's chief political correspondent Nandita Suneja reporting this evening live from outside 7 Racecourse Road. Everyone knows 10 Janpath. Everyone knows who's making the cut. The one thing nobody knows is where Rahul Gandhi is. I mean, you've covered many political stories, Nandita. This one really is unexpected. As unexpected as Rahul Gandhi's absence today is this particular news development. Now, I think we have a little bit more coming in from Nandita. Very quickly, please. Well, I'm actually told. Yes, you have some more information.
One of the arguments that's been put forth right now by the Congress spokesperson in the studio that there may be many other people who've skipped. How many people do you know who haven't attended? Let me tell you with full authority and have a full confirmation on this. Kapil Sibal was travelling abroad. He was to return tomorrow and skip this dinner. He was specially told, please cut your holiday abroad and come back today. This is an important dinner. So that is the importance that was being assigned to this dinner. So to say that, it was something in passing that could have just been skipped by anyone is wrong.
Well, I'm sure that the entire Congress now fraternity will come together and give some explanation for it. But Nandita, this is really the big political story of the day. Really the big political story. Not expected and broken first on Times Now as always, because we promise you there are 2 big developing stories this evening. And we assure you that on election day, on this channel, you'll be ahead of every news development with the numbers and after the numbers to do developing stories of the day, both broken by Times Now. One, the story of the Super NDA. We have confirmations the ADMK and the BJD are open to talking to the BJP should the need arise and should they not be in a position to form an alternative alliance on their own. They've opened the doors. There's talk of a Super NDA and now there's talk of a missing Rahul. To all my political panelists, Ragini, let's get them on the screen. Ragini, Vani,
Arnab, I would also appreciate if you do a debate on all the kind of...
Fine, Ragini, Vani and Gaurav haven't spoken. Gaurav.
And also
Gaurav.
on the fact...
Arnab.
Gaurav, is this... Let's get Gaurav in, please.
I just want to make one point.
Gaurav.
Or Mrs. Paul's funeral.
Arnab, I just want to say this. If I can just make my remarks, Ragini ji, that today was a ceremonial dinner. There have been number of occasions in the past when the Prime Minister's office has been demeaned by the Vice President of the Congress. And today I think, apart from all the differences, Mr. Manmohan Singh did deserve a graceful and a respectable farewell, which was denied to him. And this is very unfortunate.
Gaurav Bhatia, Ragini Nayak. Gaurav Bhatia, Ragini Nayak, Vani Tripathi, Rito Broto, and to all my panelists, thank you very much. The debate continues. The debate on the Super NDA is on the other side. I'll see you on the other side of the break with that.